Homie wasn't one to be tested. As soon as he came through the 4 building, he jumped right in the mix. He had the incident with Bar, aka Boxing Bar, that's the homie. Maino versus World. And I tried my hardest to describe their relationship because what people don't know is this. He was running his mouth, letting it be known that dudes was running around with World. They was gonna bring it to World and they didn't care who was around. It's alleged that Homo lost his life due to the World situation. Like I say, alleged, because I don't believe all the so-called facts with that one. I first met Maino, 85 summer, Marcy Pool, LG boys, NA Rock boys. Back in the days, used to click up in the summer. During summer break, go back to school, and you don't see each other again till the next summer. Then 86 summer came around, and it was a different ball game. It wasn't just Marcy Pool. It was LG, NA Rock, Midtown, Sullivan Smith basketball tournaments in LG, shootouts at the jams. It was crazy 86 summer. As far as my first impression of Maino, it was a good one. He was a little wild motherfucker. He wasn't scared to steal something. He wasn't scared to snuff a nigga. He was able to run when it was time to run just like the rest of us. He was the real deal from the gate. We bonded and we became cool. And we became LG and NA Rock. The shorties from LG and NA Rock. Then when the summer was over, September 86, everybody went to 117 and it was lit. And we was able to run wild all year long. That was the time we got cool. It went from the streets to the school and back to the streets. I caught my first juvie in 87. Maino was there the night I got knocked, Halloween 87. But then in 89 summer, Maino came through Spofford. And me and Maino was Spofford together. That's when we started bidding together. Then we ended up in Highland together. Then we ended up in Ragged Shallon together. He came through for a kidnapping. And then Mo-Dog, I think Maino did about 10, 11, maybe 12 years total. Because he did a dime, he CR'd, and then he caught a parole violation when he was going to visit Mo-Dog while he was on parole. As soon as he came home, real nigga shit, immediately. As soon as he touched down, he went to see the Code D. If you talking 2000, 2001, nigga still had some street in him. Nigga didn't give a fuck. Nigga went to see Mo-Dog and they pinched him. But Maino, he did about 10, 11, 12 years. Homie wasn't one to be tested. As soon as he came through the 4 building, he jumped right in the mix because the 4 building was off the chain 9-1. It's 9-1 summer shit was crazy. The Brooklyn Bronx shit was going on. Bo Jacksons came out. Niggas was coming through the 4 building wearing used and damaged. Yeah, y'all remember that. Shit was crazy. He got right to it. So ain't nobody never test him. He was testing niggas. But he did have his clashes with niggas that was live niggas, know what I'm saying? He had the incident with Bar, aka Boxing Bar, that's the homie. Bar was people's, and then Bar had a fallout. Maino touched him. Bar eventually touched him back, maybe about 7 years later, in the barbershop where Maino was in the barber chair. Bar got him back. But everybody be screaming, yo, Bar touched Maino. Maino touched him first. And Bar wasn't nothing to sneeze at, you know what I'm saying? Boxing Bar, we called him Boxing Bar for a reason. Nigga hands always been nice. He ain't ducking no smoke. Big nigga, little nigga, fat nigga, skinny nigga. Bar won't shake out. And Bar hands was nice with it, you know what I'm saying? Bar done put a couple of niggas on their back pocket. So Maino, he ain't had beef with just anybody. He had beef with a nigga who he knew was gonna respond. So it ain't no victimization in that shit, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker scratch me. I wasn't no motherfucking victim. Motherfucker scratched me right then and there on the spot. We got the shaking. Beat smoke out the nigga, disarmed him and tried to back with his own burners. Like that's how that shit go. The best of the best can get got. Like I told you, Maino came through the 4 building 9-1 summer with a cast on his foot. And 9-1 summer, 4 building was hot with that Brooklyn Bronx beef. So he found himself smack in the middle of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Smack in the middle of that Brooklyn Bronx beef shit. So he had to go get gripped up and get armed up immediately. First visit he get, homegirl Kaya, shout out to homegirl Kaya, rolled through. She smashed the nigga with some K-tones, aka burners. She hit Maino over with the wrong burners. She brung Maino the double-edged burners. So he come back to the cell like, yo, I got him gripped up. Niggas is like, man, what the fuck is these, man? These is double-edged, man. How you gonna hold them? Yeah, Maino had us running around with the wrong burners. for like 2 weeks before we could get our hands on some more burners, man. Maino's a funny nigga. But we put that work in when we shut that visiting room down. Those are the burners we had on the strip of Maino. Maino versus World. And I tried my hardest to describe their relationship, because what people don't know is this. When Maino came home from the joint, World and Maino was around each other damn near every day. They had a relationship, because like I told you, we grew up with each other, 12 and 13 years old. So when Maino came home from jail, his relationship with Mousy extended and made his relationship with Maino even tighter. So they was around each other every day, no drama, no smoke whatsoever. It was up in the air, the Homo situation, but World was letting Maino know he ain't have nothing to do with that. Homo was in A-Rock royalty. I didn't know Homo personally. Homo was the OG. Homo was a couple generations older than me. It's alleged that Homo lost his life due to the World situation. Like I say, alleged, because I don't believe all the so-called facts with that one. Now the situation with the boy Black or the Maco, that got sticky because he was running his mouth, letting it be known that dudes was running around with World. They was gonna bring it to World, and they didn't care who was around, which led to Maino confronting Black or the Maco. That shit got ugly. Maino spit in his face, pulled out the hammer on him, ran into him on another occasion, throwing shots at him, ran on another occasion, chased him down, left his car. Like, it got crazy because Black or the Maco was running his mouth about Maino hanging out with World. So it goes to show, Maino picked up World's beef because Maino ain't had nothing to do with none of that. And World was screaming he ain't had nothing to do with that. The extension between Maino and Homo is simply because Maino eventually linked up with Homo's little sister. Even today, you know, the boy Casino Mike's home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the boy Casino Mike. Him and World is airtight. He still keep an eye on World. World still speak to Casino, which means he also still speaks to Maino to this day. Every now and then I'll get a call from Maino letting me know he spoke to Big Head. So free World.